Welcome to the day 9 of the Speaking Challenge. And today you are going to practice pronunciation, the third sound of the ED sounds, the third sound of the regular verbs in the simple past. And you remember from yesterday that regular verbs in the simple past are the ones that end in ED. And depending on the last sound in their basic form, they are pronounced it, t, or d. So today we're gonna practice with the ones ending in b, g, z, m, n, l, and r. So and all the vowel sounds. In the past tense, we pronounce those are d. So the ed sounds just like a d. D. And we're going to practice better. It's funnier and much better. So we have 5 verbs today, and we have claim. Claim as the verb, because the word claim also has the meaning as a noun. But remember, we are working with verbs. So claim, the meaning is to say or state it that something is true, but without giving evidence. So when you claim something, basically you say that this is what happened, this is how it is, but you don't give the evidence that to prove that that is true. So we have one example sentence here, and we have the customer claimed, listen to the transition, claimed. The customer claimed that she bought the t-shirt here, but she didn't have the receipt. Listen again, because this one has kind of tricky words. The customer claimed that she bought the t-shirt here, but she didn't have the receipt. I noticed that in the word receipt, we don't pronounce this P. We say receipt, receipt. The stress is here. So the customer claimed, again, the E does not sound and we just duh. The customer claimed that she bought the t-shirt here, but she didn't have the receipt. Now you repeat it. Great. Now let's go with the second verb. Inform, informed. So this is an easier to understand because it's similar to the word in Spanish. Inform is a true friend of Spanish. Inform, informe, informar. In this case, we are using as a verb, informar. So in the past tense, informed. So I informed the clients about the changes in prices. You repeat. I informed the clients about the changes in prices. Now let's go with the second sentence. Mike informed the vendor that the shipment arrived damaged. And here we have another verb of the same category. Arrived, arrived. So the Mike informed the vendor that the shipment arrived damaged. Damaged. Even though damage here is not a verb, here is acting as an adjective. It's describing how was the shipment. So the shipment was damaged. It's the state, is how is the shipment. But the pronunciation will be the same as the verb. So the shipment arrived. Arrive means that it got to a place. And here is a shipment. No, this is a shipment, a load, something that it's been transported from one place to another. That is a shipment. So let's practice the pronunciation again. Listen and then you imitate the sounds. Mike informed the vendor that the shipment arrived damaged. Now let's go with the next verb. Foster, and in the past tense we have fostered. Fostered. Fostered is the past tense. Again, the E it's mute and we just pronounce the D. Fostered. So what it means really to foster, it has two meanings as well. Foster means to encourage. Encourage, motivate, promote, nurture. When you nurture, you provide nutrients to someone or something. So you make something grow. So to encourage, promote, or nurture the growth and development of something. So yes, when you foster good environments, you foster a nice environment, you foster a good participation. The second meaning is taking care of a child or could be a pet for a period of time without becoming their official legal parent or permanent owner. So to foster can be, yes, that you have to take care of a child for a period of time. So you are just there. That is to foster a child or a pet, or to foster, to promote, nourish, and promote the growth of something. So let's see example sentences. They were fostered in loving families. They were fostered in loving families. So fostered here does not mean that the child was temporary in a family. No, it was their family, but it was like in a loving family. So this family promoted growth and development. So they grew in loving families. They were fostered in loving families. The second, in that office, they fostered a good environment for everyone. Oops, you repeat. Let's repeat it again. In that office, they fostered a good environment for everyone. Hampered. Hampered. So when something hampered, that means something prevents someone doing something easily. When something hamper another thing or a person, it's like an obstacle that does not let you move fast or easily. So the bad weather hampered rescue operations. Let's repeat it again. Let's repeat it. The bad weather hampered rescue operations. So in this sentence, we say that the bad weather slowed, made difficult the rescue. The second sentence, the project was hampered by lack of funds. Let's repeat. The project was hampered by lack of funds. So when we say that the project was hampered, the project was slowed down. The project could not continue easily because there was no money. they had lack of funds. So that is what it means here, hampered. Play, played. Play, played. The E is muted. We don't say play it. No, played. Play, played. Susan played a key role in our team. Let's do it again. Susan played a key role in our team. So here to explain, played a key role. When someone plays a key role in a team, in a group, in an organization, that means that that person was very important for a reason. They played the best game of their lives. They played the best game of their lives. Perfect. So I hope that you were doing the practice of repeating. Remember, it's not just about listening. You actually have to open your mouth and practice the repetitions. Repetitions, it's what builds the muscles. Yes. The same happens with English. So, your speaking practice. Use the verbs hampered, played, claimed, and informed in your own sentences. Make at least 2 sentences with each verb. If you want, you can share your sentence in the comments. Of course, you are more than welcome to do that. Read your sentences out loud. Out loud, remember to practice them speaking. This speaking challenge is not only about listening. It's not only about getting the meaning, writing down. No, you have to speak, okay? And I gave you the example sentences of the verbs. So now you have to make your own sentences. Why? So you can relate English to your personal life and create that muscle memory. So I hope that you're enjoying this speaking challenge and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.